Hey everyone and welcome. So today we're jumping into something you're literally going to use every single day in Denmark. The days of the week. It sounds basic, right? But trust me, nailing this is a huge first step to sounding less like a tourist and more like a local. Okay, so let's set the scene. Imagine you're in Copenhagen. You've just met someone cool and you're thinking, hey, we should grab coffee. How do you even start to make that happen? Well, it all boils down to just 7 super important words. Let's dive right in. All right, first up, the 7 key days. These are the absolute basics, the building blocks for everything. Okay, let's kick things off with Monday. In Danish, that's mandag. And here is the number 1 rule you have to remember for all of these. See that G at the end? It's totally silent. So it's not man-dog. Nope, it's mandag. Kind of soft, right? It's a small thing, but it makes a huge difference. Keep that in your back pocket as we go through the rest. Next up, we've got Tuesday, which is Tears Day. And you guessed it, we're doing the exact same thing with that G. It's silent, so we say Tears da. You're already starting to see the pattern, right? That da at the end just means day, and we're going to keep seeing it. And for the middle of the week, Wednesday, we have onsdag. Same rule applies, it's just onsdag. Easy. All right, now for Thursday, which is torsdag. This one's a fun one, especially if you're a Marvel fan. Think about it. Thorsday, torsdag. It's a great little memory trick. And of course, we say it torsdag. And yes, we've made it to Friday. In Danish, that's Friday. You can almost taste the weekend, right? And when you're making those awesome weekend plans, you're going to say fredag. So the weekend officially starts with Saturday, lørdag. Okay, that O sound can be a little tricky if you're not used to it. The best way I can describe it is like the sound in fur or burn. So you put it all together and you get lørdag. Give it a try. And we're rounding out the week with Sunday, søndag. You've got that same sound again. And just like that, you have all 7 days. And you know the most important pronunciation secret, that silent G. Awesome job. Okay, awesome. So knowing the words is one thing, but using them in the real world, that's the whole point. Let's look at how you'd actually use these in a conversation. So here's a super common phrase you'll hear all the time. Ida ade manda. Pay close attention to how that last word sounds. Manda. And what does it mean? Super simple. Today is Monday. See? The structure is really straightforward. You could go out and use that right now. Okay, let's get back to making those coffee plans. Here's a phrase you will hear constantly. Vi ses lørdag. It means exactly what you think. See you on Saturday. What's really cool here is how simple it is. Notice how you don't need to add a word like on. You just say the day. Vi ses lørdag. It's clean, it's efficient, it's very Danish. All right, so you can say what day it is, and you can make plans for a certain day. But what if you're the one who's lost track? Let's learn how to ask. This is your go-to phrase right here. Hvilken dag er det I dag? This little question is so useful. You can use it anywhere, anytime. And it translates directly to, what day is it today? So now you have the whole package. You can ask the question, and when someone answers with, say, mandag, you know exactly what they mean. Perfect. All right, you've seen the words, you've heard them in action. Let's do a super quick, no-pressure quiz just to help it all stick. You ready? Your turn. Okay, first one. How do you say Monday in Danish? Take a second to think about it. Did you get it? It's mandag, and pronounced manda. Awesome. Let's do one more. Okay, what about everyone's favorite day of the week, Friday? What's the Danish word for that? Fredag, and we say fredag. You got this. Seriously, you're doing great with these. So let's just take a second to recap. Think about it. In just the last couple of minutes, you've learned how to name all 7 days of the week, how to actually use them in real sentences, and even how to ask what day it is. That's a huge step forward. So, you've got the days down. You know what comes next, right? Are you ready for the months? Keep practicing that silent G, that da sound at the end, and you'll be making plans like a pro. Thanks so much for joining me for this one.